Tensions were high today at the funeral service of 8-year-old Danielle Rowe, who had her throat slashed last month after being kidnapped from her school. Her mother, who was visibly upset with the day's proceedings, left the church complaining about the church service being held at a Seventh-day Adventist church where they did not allow true worship, such as speaking in tongues. They also voiced their disapproval at the fact that the program was changed, and a number of family members who were supposed to do things were cut out of the program. Let us hear what they had to say.
Still people in the church, I come tell them, not speak tongues. You rude our God, I want 7 days, 1 day Christian. Wanna go away? Hey, stop coming here. Stop coming here. How I do now? Hey, ministers. Let me go to my birthday. Let me go to my job done, man. Where are the ministers? All about politicians. We don't want to hear talk. Politics. Where's the action? Where's the action? All about politics. Ministers. It's not about them. It's about the family. It's about the family. The mother never asked for that program. They reprogram everything. That's nothing that she asked. It's nothing that she sent to them. They reprogram everything. They put who they want. The opening in prayer is supposed to be my mother. They put JCF. Why? Why is it got to do with anything? Really? That's the mother asked for. Wow.
Now, apparently the two families are at odds, the mother and the father of Danielle Rowe, and it was noted that both families were seated far from each other during the service. Now, the mother, who was visibly upset that a number of politicians were there on hand and members from the JCF, which is the Jamaica Constabulary Force, the father being a policeman, well, they were upset that the funeral was being hijacked. The government has issued a press release. The release came from the Ministry of Education and Youth, and it reads that the government was not involved in planning the funeral service of Danielle Rowe. The government of Jamaica was not involved in the planning of the funeral for 8-year-old Danielle Rowe, who was murdered in June. Minister of Education and Youth, the Honorable Favour Williams, attended the funeral in her official capacity as minister and gave remarks. No other person from the government was engaged in the funeral. The government extends its condolences to the family of young Danielle and renews its call on the police to continue their investigation into her murder. So this press release by the government is pretty much denying that they had hijacked the funeral service and that they had any decision making as far as the changes to the program was concerned. So it does seem as if both families did not agree on the program, and the mother felt that she was overruled in terms of the setup and who was made to do what, especially given that the program was being done in a Seventh-day Adventist church. And here, clearly, she is against the church. So it's a very sad turn of events for young Danielle Rowe, who was brutally murdered. And of course, there are a number of accusations and counter-accusations between the families, who is responsible, and who is to be blamed, etc. What do you think about this one? Let me see in the comment section. And please remember to subscribe to this channel. Leave a comment. I'm really interested in reading some of the comments about this one. In the meantime, continue to watch JamFet, celebrating the Jamaican culture, a yard and abroad.